some required items or such. That's flying away again. Hey everyone, and welcome back to Scrap Mechanic Community Builds, or Community Builds on Scrap Mechanic. I don't. Okay, that's just a light. I thought it was a sensor. Anyways, I have 5 creations this week, I think. I might have missed one or two either this week or last week. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure I missed. Either way, yeah, I don't really know what to start off with, so let's just start off with the creations. I guess first thing I can start off with is anyone that has the automotive part world, or this world, could you let me know if there's any issues with it? So like, I heard at one point that this was still on an angle, this base here, so something like that. Let me know, and I'll see if I can fix it. But either way, the first creation is an ATV by Junkie, and it doesn't have a description, or it didn't load. Either way, this looks really good. It looks like a proper ATV. I tried making one and it looked like crap. This actually looks proper. Looks like a, it's called a Banshee. I forget who made it though. Polaris, maybe? Well, it handles like an ATV too. Oh, crap. I'm surprised how fast it is, holy. It's got a bit of spring glitch, but... well, maybe not. I can keep it going straight. I'm surprised how fast this is, and it handles really good. I'm really surprised. If you're looking for something to just pot around on and get from one spot to another, or something just have fun and go around a track or something, I mean, this is awesome. Racing a bunch of these would be so much fun. And it'd be perfect for survival. There's a little bit of glitch welding going on. I can hear blocks hitting other blocks, and I don't know where it is. Either way, so yeah, proper front bumper. Interesting suspension. I haven't seen anything like that. Not really. Oh, switching. Proper rear suspension, other than it would attach more here. This is great. This looks awesome. Handles good, like I said, and it's tons of fun to drive. And then you do a slam wheelie and run into your house. And it's not huge either, like, it's a decent size. This is awesome. It's not overly complicated either. So other than the bit of glitch welding, if you were to only put C and then one engine, it looks like you could make this in survival, other than a couple little details. And that's awesome. I love creations that you could make in survival. Actually, I'm going to take it around the dirt track really quick. I will be right back. Okay, whatever that was. So now that we're over here, I will try and do a hot lap and see how it goes. I will talk to you after. Camera's set, right? Go, off we go. Okay, maybe not. I can tell that's just gonna happen again. So other than that, this thing's awesome. It handles great. It has a couple little issues, but if you did the right jump, you could probably do a backflip on this. There's so much there's so much rotational mass on from the back wheels, and overall, it's so light that you could probably do flips with it. But other than that front suspension glitch, I love this. This thing's awesome. There we go. Yeah, I'm going to move on to the next one now, but this is glitching out. Okay. Next is a slammed XJ by Ripsaw710, a lowered and wide body version of their Jeep XJ, almost said X-Ray. Custom pushrod suspension and is a perfect grocery getter. Yeah, I bet. One is the lights and whips it up, so basically to turn it on. And it's basically just crazy street Jeep, I guess. This looks really cool. This would be like if you put the XJ into Underground 2. Absolutely Underground 2. But it has wishbone, front, back. Yep. It's the cantilever setup. You don't see that much on this still. I've experimented with it a little bit, but you don't see it much on this yet. Oh, that looks cool. They're horizontal in the back. Can't open it, but there we go. A little look at the suspension. That's really... I'm stuck on the... Go. Can't really see the front suspension, but... a little bit. Let's lift it up and see what it looks like. It only lifts up a little bit, but it doesn't need to lift up too much. Rear suspension. Doesn't have much room to lift up, to be honest, but being a street or track vehicle, you don't need much space. This looks really cool. Nice, nice little interior. Oh, excuse me. I can't remember if you've sent in the other Jeep or not. I don't think so. But the body underneath the body kit looks good for an XJ. But I'm really curious to see how this performs. That wing is massive. I still haven't set up the lights or anything, but yeah. I'll get around to finishing the world. I just have been too busy. Either way, let's do a hot lap of the circuit track. Hopefully the front suspension won't freak out. Okay. That actually went around the track a lot faster than I thought it would. It does have really bad understeer, but that's a big part to do in the weight. It's a big, heavy SUV. It's not going to turn really quick. So when I slowed down a little bit for the corners, so the front tires could grip, it was great. It could benefit from a little bit of camber though. So if you can add a tiny bit of camber front and back, a little bit more in the front, this would be awesome. I think it'd handle a bit better. You could see when I was cornering, the front tires were kind of leaning out at the top, so 2 to 5 degrees of camber, I think this would be great. And then I was kind of noticing just little details with the body that I didn't notice before. It looks good. I like it. It was fun to drive. If you're looking for something different that's fun to drive, that handles very predictably, and you can just kind of drive around, I definitely recommend you give this a try. This was fun. And it's a 4-seater, so you can bring 3 of your friends. I love vehicles with multiple seats. Makes it way more practical. But next is a Baja trophy truck with body and without body by Desmeshi. A line between form and function, top secret. Yeah, if it's realistic. Well, I have absolutely no idea if it's realistic. Tubular chassis, twin I-beam front. Yeah. Triangulated 4-link, straight pipe, V8, yeah. That's straight out the headers. That's not even straight piped. That's just header to nothing. Fuel cell, spare tires, interior, lights, tie rods. No tie rods, that's fine. Oh my god. Yeah, it looks like my game is glitching and missing some stuff. But let's get these separated before it lags too much. Here. Oh. Okay, so this one. Oh. Okay, that's awesome. Well, thank you. This is... Yeah, this is a version with no bearings. No bearings, it looks like no springs. So therefore, this can go in the shop like it's one of the vehicles being worked on. That is awesome. So let's go over the body. Very good looking body. The one thing I don't like about panels in this still is they're very flat. To get a body that looks good, you have to use the normal blocks, and therefore it gets in the way of the chassis. So, like my truck, it's a little bit boxy, but I love the, I can't remember what that's called right now. Cowl over the intake. 2 little lights poking up. Suspension poking through the hood. It's right-hand drive, too. I don't see many right-hand drive things on this. Oh, looks like the suspension's really compact. It is sway bar, spring, or coilover, shock. 2 spares. This interior. Got the right sound. Straight pipes. Oh, not even straight pipes, like I said. It's just straight out the header. That's like basically just a dump pipe. Over to here, you see the 4 cylinders just straight down to 1 and out bottom. Side protection here even. This is so awesome. Bit of a better look of the interior. yeah, it looks like it's going to have turn signals and everything. So I'm going to remove this one for now, so that I can respawn it over in the shop. And I'm going to take this one over to the track after I check out the suspension, because I kind of forgot about that. Me of all people, keeps forgetting about suspension. So there we've got a bump stop. Is that a bump stop? Coil over, shot. Wow. Just all the little details. See, my thing about vehicles is I like looking at them. I love working on and building them, but when you can just look at it and look at the sway bar, the springs glitch, the links, when you can look at it and see all the different parts that make it work, I just love that. And this one, along with so many others that people are starting to build now, is a perfect example. Okay, this is going to handle really well. Good work on the beam, too. That's one thing that's a bit hard to get working right and fitting. And the way you did it works fine. Great. Oh, automatic turn signals. Uh-oh. Alright, well, I'm going to drive over to the track to do that. I'll be right back. Alright, so just in that little straight there, I can tell it feels a little bit floaty, like light. That can sometimes be done or be because of the suspension, but this feels like it just needs better rebound and dampening. But you can't do that in this, so I'm not going to pick it apart for that. So we'll see how it handles, and maybe you complain to Axe a lot after. Go. So at the end there, I kind of started focusing on my foot that's falling asleep and forgot about the hole in the ground. So I rolled, but this thing handles great. I'm gonna put on the lift really quick because my game doesn't seem to like it. Here it doesn't. But yeah, the rear sway bar helps a lot and performs really well. Uh, do yeah, other than the weight, but I've even seen real trophy trucks that are super slidey and floaty and stuff. So I'd say this is actually a really good trophy truck. Like, there are some where, well, most I've seen where you hit the throttle and the front just lifts up. You can't see anything. So I would chalk this truck down to an issue with the game itself. Because if I could use my controller right now, oh my, this would be incredible. But, oh, the way it stopped, so seeing it slide in like that from here would have been so cool. But, my foot's asleep and it hurts. Last but not least, yeah. Last but not least is Street Truck 2 version 3 by Suprafan, and it doesn't have a description, apparently. I find that now and then, if an item on the workshop has a description, sometimes once it's downloaded, it kind of messes up. So if anyone has a description of their creation that doesn't end up showing up in the lift, feel free to put it in the comments with the timestamp of when I talk about your creation, because then it'll bring more attention to it and so on. But either way, this is really cool. It has a 3-link with panhard in the front that might have, maybe not. I was thinking it might have a bit of bump steer, but it probably won't. My mouth is moving faster than my brain can process, sorry. Anyways. It's making that noise. I can still hear the logs banging around. It sounds like they're around here, but I don't know. Anyways, onto the truck. So this is a street truck, but it looks more like it's supposed to be a crawler or something. I guess if you were to put a normal body around this, it could be kind of like a sleeper. Because with this engine, it's a bit crazy. That's an interesting way to do your headers. Oh, oh, I see. Okay. I was looking at it kind of wrong. This tube comes over and up. And then this one comes over and up, and then into here, and then these three go up through here. That makes sense. I was just a little confused. This looks really good. You have all the right details. Everything's where it should be. It's the exhaust. Ooh, it doesn't look like you've run the exhaust yet. That's fine. You really need to get the crawler space finished, because that's where I would love to take this, is somewhere to go crawling with. It'll definitely perform good. This chassis, once the sticky tires come out, I love seeing the links. Like I said before with that trophy truck, I love to see all the links just kind of doing their thing. Alright, well, let's see how well I can test this. It's 4-wheel drive with proper steering, which is nice to see. Pretty fast, I can tell that for already. Suspension moves up and down as it should. No bump steer. Or minimal at least, not that I can tell. I'm surprised, this is really fast. For this kind of suspension in scrap, I'm very impressed. If this had sway bars, like, I know it's a suspension I do all the time, but it usually doesn't even handle this well for me. Somehow you've just gotten everything to work right. Because for me, my creations like this would be bouncing everywhere. Oh, 2 wheels. If the diffs were at least limited, if it had diffs, and they were limited slip at least, I probably could have kept that going on 2 wheels, but... And like this right now. If this game had proper torque and stuff, that would go up no problem. I'm hoping in the next update they address that with the new wheels and stuff. So yeah. But I really like this truck. I'd love to see an updated version. But for now, I don't really know what else to say about it, but this is awesome. If you're looking for... Here's one thing I can say. I like to say at least one thing about things. If you're looking for something that you can use to learn suspension off of really easy and like learn how to build a truck and so on, because this chassis looks really good. Everything about this looks like it's proportioned properly. So if you're looking for something to even just play around with, crawl, or you need something to kind of base your dimensions off of, I'd highly recommend this. And like I said, I would love to see an updated version. Uh-oh, that's going to be bad. No. I'm going to separate these. Stick that one in the shop really quick. I'm just going to deal with all of these and then I'll be right back. Okay, so that is it for this week. As I said, I have a feeling I missed a couple things. So those of you that submit creations for community builds, the last couple weeks you'll see a pattern. And I mentioned it in just before I started recording this week, just to help me kind of keep things organized. So hopefully I won't miss things from here on. But either way, another good week. And I don't know what to say. I like how everything this week seemed to be more realistic. Every week kind of seems to have a theme, even without trying. And this seems to be more realistic, actual vehicles, I guess. Like, I could see any of these working in real life. You could plop any of these in real life and it would work. But either way, thank you for submitting. I hope you enjoyed. And thanks for watching.